an English podcast where we share voices, conversations, stories, and the lessons we discover along the way.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the SDK Plus Soundwaves podcast, the official podcast of SDK Plus PENABUR Cirebon. This is our little corner where we share voices, conversations, stories, and the lessons we discover along the way. I'm Miss Rochelle, an English teacher here at SDK Plus, and your guide for this podcast series. And joining me today are three of our bright and talented grade 6 students, Ariane, Vion, and Yuvela, who will be hosting this episode with me. Since this is our debut episode, episode 1, we wanted to begin with something warm, joyful, and close to our hearts. Something that naturally brings people together. Today, we'll be talking about Christmas. A few fun facts, some simple reflections, and gentle reminders about why this season matters to our school community and to each of us personally. All right, host, why don't you greet our listeners and introduce yourselves?
Hi everyone, I'm Aryan.
Hello, I'm Vion.
And I'm Yovela, and we're your student hosts in this podcast. We're pretty excited because this is actually our very first episode.
And honestly, we couldn't have picked a better time to start because it's finally December or Christmas.
Right? Everywhere you go, the Christmas vibe is real. Lights, decorations, and carols. Christmas is definitely here.
The season feels extra special, and we wanted to celebrate it all with all of you.
So, in this episode, we're sharing some fun facts, simple reflections, and little reminders about what Christmas is truly about.
Kind of like a short Christmas guide. Friendly, simple, and hopefully helpful.
And maybe with a smile or two along the way. Ready? Let's get started.
First of all, did you know that Christmas is celebrated different ways in many places around the world? Some countries enjoy special food, some have parades, and others even celebrate with big family gatherings.
Yes, that's true. Here in Indonesia, people celebrate with church services, family dinners, and Christmas programs. Schools and communities also have special activities, just like we do.
And here's an interesting one. Did you know that the word Christmas comes from an old English phrase, which means Christ's Mass? It literally means the church service celebrated in honor of the birth of Jesus Christ. Over time, the phrase was shortened and eventually became the single word we use today, Christmas.
Miss Rochelle, we've heard about that Christmas in the Philippines is one of the longest in the world. Is that true?
Oh, yes, it's true. In the Philippines, the Christmas season begins as early as September, when the Burr months begin. You'll already hear Christmas songs in malls, houses, buses, train stations, everywhere. Families celebrate with traditions such as Simbang Gabi, caroling, Christmas parties, reunions, and many gatherings. The celebrations usually continue until the first Sunday after January 6th, the feast of the baptism of the Lord. It's a long season but a joyful and meaningful one.
Wow, that's a really long celebration. Almost 4 months. Miss, you mentioned Simbang Gabi. What is Simbang Gabi?
Okay, Simbang Gabi is a series of 9 dawn masses from December 16 to December 24. People wake up very early at around 3 or 4 a.m. to attend the Mass before the day begins. The purpose of this is for spiritual preparation for Christmas. And in Filipino culture, completing all 9 Masses is believed to bring a special blessing. Not a magic wish, but more like you showed commitment, nice job kind of blessing. It's a joyful tradition where churches are decorated, lanterns glow around, Christmas music fills the air, and of course, after Mass, people enjoy local food like bibingka and puto bongbong. because no spiritual journey is complete without good food shared among family and friends. Simbang Gabi ends on Christmas Eve with the Misa de Gallo, in English, Mass of the Rooster, named after the roosters who happily crow at dawn as if they're joining the celebration.
Wow, that's dedication. No wonder people say Christmas is a big deal in the Philippines.
Oh, and here's one more fun fact. The tradition of gift giving on Christmas can be traced back to ancient times. It was inspired partly by the three wise men who brought gifts to baby Jesus.
I love giving gifts, even small ones. It feels good to make someone smile.
Christmas is about kindness. One small act of kindness can brighten someone's entire day.
For me, Christmas means spending time with family. We watch movies, eat together, or just enjoy the holiday break together. It's simple but meaningful.
Christmas isn't just about gifts or vacations, it's about being grateful.
It's also a perfect time to help others, share what we can, and be thoughtful.
And don't forget to rest, reflect, and appreciate all the blessings that we've received this year.
Oh, speaking of reflection and blessings, let's remember the true reason for this season, and that is Jesus Christ. When we think of Christmas, we imagine the Holy Family in Bethlehem and the baby Jesus lying in a manger. But a manger isn't a cute crib. It's not a soft baby bed with fluffy pillows. It's actually a feeding box for sheep and cattle. Dirty, smelly, and rough. So, why would God, the creator of the universe, choose to be born in a food box for animals? In such a place. You know why?
Why, miss?
Because God wants to love us where we are. He doesn't wait for perfection. He comes into our real, messy, ordinary lives. Let us remember that God became man on Christmas Day. He wants to be with us in the manger moments of our lives. Jesus was born in a low, simple place to remind us that no one is too small or unimportant for God's love. His humble birth shows that greatness can start small and that God can be found even in the most unexpected places. God meets us where we are. And that's something worth reflecting on this Christmas.
If Jesus began his life in a humble feeding box, then none of us can say, I'm too small, I'm not enough, or my life is too messy. That was such a wonderful way to start our Christmas episode.
The manger is God's way of whispering, I choose the humble, I choose the small, I choose you. In 1 John chapter 4 verse 19, we love because he first loved us. Thank you for spending time with us today.
And that is the heart of Christmas. A love so big that it chooses to be humble so that everyone feels included. It reminds us that great and big things can start in small and simple places. From all of us, Merry Christmas and a joyful holiday season to you and all of your family.
And that wraps up this special Christmas episode of the SDK Plus Soundwaves podcast. Thank you to our student host and to all of you listening today. May this Christmas season bring joy, peace, and warmth to your homes and hearts. Join us again next month for more stories and voices from SDK Plus PENABUR Cirebon, where small voices make big waves. This is Miss Rochelle wishing you a blessed Christmas and a wonderful holiday season.